Ugly, isn't it? The red mist showed up a short time after the Queen was defeated. And when it did, it trapped everyone and everything inside, giving birth to the Society of Revenants ruled by Silva. The Jail of the Mists. As time passed, that was the name people gave to the world inside. The creatures trapped inside the miasma wander in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, always searching for blood beads to sustain them. Revenants need to have blood. Without it, they turn into those creatures we call the Lost. The Revenants who captured you were desperately searching for blood, terrified of losing themselves. It's a common fate these days. But ripples are beginning to form. You cleared the miasma and revitalized the blood spring. Where did you learn to do that? You've forgotten? Anything you do remember? That's unusual, losing so much of your memory. I suppose it was the same for her.
And welcome back, everyone.
Now, just take it easy. Make yourself at home.
Well, I guess I will. So, fortunately, you saw that hard cut there. That was from the previous episode, and I rested at the missile. So, unfortunately, yeah. Anyways, in the previous episode, we had to put down Oliver Cullen's head, and Louis took us here. And, this is gonna be our main little hub to take breaks in between each of the fights. And
there you are.
Well, if you
Evident
can
that
hear
Louis
it.
sees so much potential in. I'm Davis. I go around for the provisional government as part of the investigation into the depths. Just as a warning, try not to stir up any trouble. If you do, I won't be able to do my job, and you get it, right?
And as Dr. Davis, by the way, that threat's completely irrelevant. Davis, even though he's from the government, you can't fight here. You can't fight anyone here because all you have is a training dummy. As you see, if we begin training, a fog wall will appear here, and you can do nothing about it. So there's really actually nothing you can do. Pick up your weapon, and you can attack. See, fog wall. There really is no point to training because you don't get anything out of it. It's just like, oh, how much damage does this combo do? I guess. And if you can hear it, I have Aria of the Soul playing in the background because, like most Souls games, this game doesn't have any music other than really its boss battle. It's mostly ambient noises. Anyways, you got Hellfire Knight, Frozen Empress, Lord of Thunder. These are the DLCs you can play. You can only get them early if you've beaten the game, and a little spark will appear here like they did for those. And there's really no point, because you have to wait till endgame in order to get it. Yeah, thank you.
I've got my own reasons for why I can't go into combat with you, but I'll provide your weaponry and maintain it for you. Anyway,
Alright,
relax
so,
and make yourself at home.
Murasame is going to be our weaponsmith, like she just said, and you can buy certain weapons here. You can even come, I believe, for,
Don't do anything funny. I'll be keeping an eye on you until this talk with Louis settles down.
like I said, it's also completely irrelevant. Anyways, she's our weapons trader, and Coco will be our merchant for the game.
Well, it's none of my business, really. Anyway, I'm Coco, a merchant by trade. Stop by if you need anything.
Unfortunately, I won't be stopping by for Coco often, because she really only sells. The only thing I actually buy from her is like upgrade materials, and that I don't really need anything from her until late game. Basically, when I'm just upgrading weapons that I think look cool. Anyways, you go to a mirror and you can customize, and you can even change up your appearance completely. And like, look at that. completely different. But there's really no point. I'm not going to do that unless it's like to add something I get later in the DLCs. Because spoiler alert, there are rewards in there that I think are decent. Anyways, there's not really a lot to do in the base. You have a hot spring, so unless you like perving out on some of the women or the dudes being half naked, you go ahead and you can lie down. It really does nothing. You spend enough time there and your character will go to sleep. But yeah, as you can see, there's not really anything to do around here. There's nothing in like this storage area. And well, you can see I'm trying to run right. I'm pressing. Well, I'm holding down the right bumper. You can't run in your base. All you have is like your default running speed without the R button. Like you're not sprinting or anything. Anyways, you go over here. I just kind of want to talk to everyone before you start anything. That's for your mission, and you have a jukebox here that you can play all different songs, and most of them are God Eater related because, well, this game and universe, I believe, are linked to God Eater. You sit there, play the piano. Pick this up in Thralling magazine. Good for building up points between the characters. I'll show that off later. Anyways, I'll go here and talk to the girl on mic.
Listen. Everyone wants to know more about me. I don't know the answer to any of their questions. All I can remember is that my name is Ian, and that my place is by your side.
What do you mean?
Name. I have no idea what it means.
What do you mean you have to remain by my side? You ask her 2 questions.
It was simply decided.
And,
That's what must be done. And for me, that is my mission. To stay at your side. I was
And what about the bandages?
searching for you. I am not a very capable fighter.
That's so. Okay, so, mini spoilers. Io does become a party member later on that you can bring out on adventures. And to my knowledge, she isn't one of, if not the best, in my opinion, because of how offensively powerful she is. So that's why I had that little,
Sorry, but could
I kind of had to hold my breath in real quick because I didn't believe that for a second.
It won't be much, just a small vial, so you won't need to worry about bloodthirst.
So,
It'll take a while to get the results. Take it easy in the room back there while you wait.
so, just a little cutscene. So it's like, oh, I don't know how much time you play. It could be a day, it could be a couple hours, it could be a week. I don't know. Anyway, since we talked to everyone already, all you want to do is go back over here and talk to Louis again.
I've done what I can to look into your talents. You've confirmed something surprising. Revenants have blood types that differ from those of humans. These types greatly affect a Revenant's abilities. However, your blood has no specific type. Or maybe more accurately, your type is broken.
How would it be
Your
broken?
abilities, the fact that you have no specific type, might be due to your being what we call a void type.
Okay, well, I'm like, I know why the reason it's broken, but,
Revenant's power through a vestige, right? That phenomenon is unique to void types.
I find that interesting because you say it's unique to void types, meaning that there's more than one. But through the circumstances that you'll see later on in the game, it seems like to be a very specific type that's unique to you. Anyways, I went back to the save point because, like I said, I have a limited amount of time I can record off the Xbox DVR, which is around 10 minutes. That's why you saw me go back there before I went talk back to Louis again.
It's a test I'd like to perform. Don't worry. There's something
And I guess if the music is bothering you, Aria of the Soul, tell me if there's something else or if I should not play music when I'm at the cathedral.
goes.
So it really, I like it. I just thought it'd be better to have music in the background than just no music at all, or is it just be the ambient noises? Anyways, you got Prometheus. It's balanced for combat but fragile. Gifts are good for parrying and dodging. You're quite a new blood code. This is a good early game dexterity base blood code.
Did you go visit Murasame and Coco?
Or he
They
did,
should be
so
ready
he's
to
telling
do
us stuff
business
already.
now.
It's
Weapons
good,
and
but
blood
you'll get
vessels are
another one
vital
that's even
parts
better
of
later on
Revenant's
that
kit when
can
it's
just
formed.
last you the whole game if you're
You
good
should
enough.
take another look at them.
Actually, I use it on pretty much all my characters because I just like it the most.
Once you've got that settled, talk to me again, and we'll continue where we left off.
Alright, so yeah, since I talked to everyone already, it does not really matter. I believe there's like there's nothing else going on. So you're better off you can go back over here and check between each of the areas and talk to everyone if you want to. But since there's no real point, I'm just gonna head back and talk to Louis again. You'll notice that with some blood codes you get by talking to other people. Louis is one that gives you for free, but I suggest talking to like every person here, because if you talk to every person, you'll basically get their blood codes later on, and you'll need more of those to get a good few offensive, but I would say very good passive abilities that you want to need. You'll see what like Coco, Mirisane, Davis, and even EO later on. But EO's is going to take way longer because it takes a lot more effort to be put into. Anyways, I'll shut up here and I'll actually turn off the music.
That kind of stuff happens every day here. Silva has taken most of the humans who survived under his protection, so revenants are left to rely on blood beads alone to slake their unending thirst. But, well, nothing in this world lasts forever. The springs started to dry up, and so blood beads grew rarer and rarer. And the order Silva created by levying and distributing blood beads won't last much longer either. The world needs more blood beads. Only then can we strive for fairness instead of petty favoritism. That's why we've been exploring the Jail of the Mists. We're doing research to learn all we can about blood beads. But the miasma has been a real problem. It makes our thirst even worse, so our progress has stalled. Now, though, we have a glimmer of hope. Your power can clear the miasma. If you could help us, well, you'd be drawn into a bitter conflict. Still, the truth is, we don't have a lot of hope without you. Will you join us? Thanks.
So, it's a done deal? Well then, from now on, you're one of us. Yakumo Shinonome. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in action.
Let's get right into it. Here's what's going on. We're studying blood beads and their springs. We want to know how and when blood springs appear, their cycles for producing beads, and the composition of the beads themselves. We've made a few discoveries. First of all, we found that there are tubes like capillaries running through the earth. We call them blood veins. And so far as we can determine, every single blood spring is located on top of one of these blood veins. Also, after comparing blood beads and blood veins, we now know that they are mostly comprised of the same substances.
In other words, we can safely assume that blood springs always form along blood veins. And we think that means there must be a source somewhere. A kind of headwaters for the blood beads. Now that we have you around to clear the miasma, we can investigate the springs and follow the blood veins. And hopefully, find the source. Right?
We want to check out the old city ruins first. Sorry for the rush, but we should head out as soon as you're ready.
And as you can see, we are back. And from the previous cutscene, looks like we have to go back to the city ruins. So I'm actually going to talk to
Hey,
Yakumo real quick.
What's up?
Unfortunately, alright, we didn't get it. We're gonna have to actually wait a bit because he's gonna espouse us how the lost are just monsters.
Turning them into
But
unkillable monsters. Turn them to ash and they'll just keep popping back up, mindlessly hunting blood. Nothing human is left. If you're fighting them, show no mercy. Keep at them no matter how many times it takes. If you don't, you'll find yourself joining.
Yeah, like another. Yeah, I thought you're gonna have to wait a bit to get Yakumo's blood code because that'll come up later. I believe you have to wait till the first part. Anyways, partners. Like I said in the previous episode, you'll want to have a partner for most of your playing experience because it says each of them has a unique fighting style. So imagine basically like having a summon going with you the entire game, except well, they're AI controlled and they have more of a personality. But anyways, you see there's a new option, switch partner when you go back to this one. And you can choose between Louis, Yakumo, or you can have no partner at all. And like I just said, have a partner with you on your first playthrough. It just helps immensely. Like get time to heal, take off pressures. Anyways, choose areas. You got your home base, your training area, just your little hub areas if you want to get some practice in. Anyways, to move forward, you want to go to the Ruined City Underground, and we're going to go to the Outer Crossroads. Because that's the only way to proceed forward, so I will see you there in a bit. And we are back. Yes, my transitional skills are still crap, but oh well. Anyways, at Odyssey Crossroads, go talk to this man, Shang.
I'm a merchant of sorts. Wander around selling valuables as I explore.
Yes, he's another one of our merchants. So, he's not important, so I'm going to talk over him.
Game all the same.
He will stay here for the entire game. He never moves unless you're trying to complete his quest. Because yes, there are quests in this game.
Take this map.
Like this. The depths. Depths are not. The depths are not really a side quest, but they're a good area to go. And this is one of our first official ones you get. The dens are good for basically training areas. You bring them to Davis and you can explore them, and basically you get first dibs. You go there, you can collect items, you can collect materials to upgrade your weapons. Basically, it's the Chalice dungeons from Bloodborne, if I guess I can give it a comparison. Even though I never played it. You want to kick that down if you ever want to go back to exploring the first area. I don't know why you would want to though, because it's not really a good area for leveling up, in my opinion. Anyways, yeah, this episode unfortunately is going to be on the shorter side of things because this is just mostly dialogue-based episode. I will fortunately take out this Aria of the Soul because really that was mainly only for the hub area. I should have stopped it earlier. Since like I said, I'm recording this off the Xbox, and so my recording options aren't the best because I don't have enough data or anything. Anyways, you don't have to worry about anything attacking you in these like passenger areas. Like just explore a little bit, and
Davis would be very interested.
yeah, see, basically it's telling you bring you to Davis, and they'll help you basically train up if you feel like you're under level. It's a good area to like get some practice in if you really want to. Anyways, like I said, the corridor areas, you don't have to worry about anything attacking you. Because, look, I'll bring it up now. New gesture and voice praise. You get that from going to the cathedral. Those are all the DLC ones. I'll probably show that off later. But, you see there was no map. Meaning, like, because there's no map of the corridors, because there's really no point. And if you get there too close, you see there's a fog wall. You can't go past it, so just gonna have to wait a little bit right here, unfortunately. So, and there we go. And go past the fog wall and up here. And there. I'll shut up now.
That's something.
Expectations exceeded.
That settles it. You are absolutely vital to our operation. There are more blood springs ahead, but the miasma is blocking the way forward. Do you think you could clear it for us again? Thank you. We know where two springs are thanks to past expeditions. Let's go have a look at them.
The territory up ahead is teeming with the lost. Watch yourself.
Yeah. Well, again, I apologize for this episode being on the shorter side. Unfortunately, Persona 5 Royal has been taking up quite a bit of my time, so I'm almost done with it. So I'll probably be back to recording these at a more frequent schedule in a lot of time. But anyways, guess that'll be it, and I shall see you guys later. My brother lets me play the game. Later.